It's showtime.
Message from General Pepper. Priority 1. We need your help, Star Fox. Andross has declared war. He's invaded the
To my knowledge, there's nothing but hardcore fans for this game. This is Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64. And you can do this little trick by moving the control stick around at the title screen. This game's reputation as a classic game comes from how insanely addictive the gameplay is, in spite of how simple the concept may be. The story is that the evil scientist Andross, who has been exiled to the desert planet Venom, has suddenly sent his massive army out to invade every planet of the Lilat system. General Pepper and the Cornerian army, of course, have to fight back. But they need help from the Star Fox team. Playing as Fox McCloud, you and your team of mercenaries fly through different planets battling the forces of Andross as you go, until you reach Venom, fight Andross, and eliminate him to save the Lilat system.
Everybody stay alert!
Given the well-polished graphics of the 3DS remake of this game, Star Fox 64's graphics do look very outdated now. But you have to look at this as a 15-year-old game, and in that regard, these are pretty good graphics for that time. But thanks to the music and mainly the gameplay itself, you probably won't even notice how dated the graphics are. And trust me, the sound of this game is definitely one of its strong points. As you listen to the music of each level that intensifies that addictive gameplay, you'll also hear real-time dialogue sequences from your friends and foes, including plenty of classic lines that every Nintendo fan should know well.
Do a barrel roll! Can't let you do that, Star Fox. Andross has ordered us.
Memorable dialogue. But the bad news about the dialogue is that you have to endure all those cries for help from one of the most annoying characters in video games, Slippy Toad.
Fox, get this guy off me! Fox, get this guy off me! Fox, get this guy off me! Oh no!
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
My thoughts exactly. Ugh. But if you can get past Slippy's incompetence, you'll see why this game is such a blast to play. While most of the fun comes from it being a simple, arcade-style, combat-focused on-rails flight shooter, the game's replay value makes it more than just a weekend rental. Completionists will definitely want to play through the levels again and again to score enough kills to earn medals, and when you do earn all the medals, you unlock Expert Mode. So you can have an even tougher challenge if you want to earn Expert medals. Just remember that while you're playing on Expert Mode, if you crash even once, your ship will lose one or both of its wings, which affects how well it flies and the laser you can use. This can happen in regular mode too, just not as easily, so don't fly like an idiot. If medals aren't a good enough reason for you to replay this game, the levels themselves should be. Amongst the well-designed, fast-paced on-rails missions, there's also a nice amount of all-range missions, like the Katina mission that had to have been inspired by Independence Day.
Here they come!
Oh, you did not shoot that red at me. Each level also concludes with fun boss fights or timed challenges, and beating most of these boss fights requires more than just hammering the A button. You actually have to find the best strategy to use while keeping a fast reaction time so you don't get killed. And to change things up even more, there are also missions where you get to use the Star Fox tank called the Landmaster. Even though the Landmaster is only used twice in the game, the missions are still action-packed and the controls are simple to figure out since they have similarities with the R-Wing controls. Also in one mission you can go underwater in the Blue Marine, and by the way, this level has amazing music for an underwater level, and it's that kind of variety throughout the levels that keeps the game interesting. Plus it's just awesome to play the Independence Day mission a bunch of times.
Ah! That's right! Look at you! Ship all banged up? Who's the man? Huh? Who's the man? Wait till I get another plane. I'm lining all your friends up, right beside you!
Stop shouting! I'm not deaf!
Sorry. What also keeps this game from getting boring is the concept of branching pathways. Basically, you can choose to follow the blue path, which has easier missions, the yellow path with more moderate missions, or the red path with more difficult missions. But you never have to stay on one path since what you do in one level will affect where you go next. In some cases, this means fighting an entirely different boss, or finding some secret in an easy level that lets you play a level on a harder path. So you can start off on the blue line but end in the red line. With all these choices, anytime you play through Star Fox 64, you could have a different experience than you did on your last playthrough. It's all your choice, or rather your skill level. Now should a time come up when your friends want to play Star Fox with you, they can, but no co-op. There's a 4-person versus mode that lets you and your friends fly around in R-Wings, basically in the dogfight. And you can mix up the action in the Corneria map since the Landmaster is also a playable vehicle. Then you can have epic battles of tanks and R-Wings. You'll have to earn a medal on Venom to use Landmasters in multiplayer though. And I do have some issues with multiplayer, mainly the maps. There's only 2 of them and, well, they're really bland and feel kind of empty. So there isn't a whole lot of replay value in the multiplayer once you get tired of playing the same 2 maps. But the action in the multiplayer is fun, especially with 3 gameplay modes, so it is worth playing for a few rounds at least. If you're planning on downloading this game on the Virtual Console, I do have a controller recommendation. I found the GameCube controller easiest to use for this game, although I do sometimes get the controls confused with Star Fox Assault's controls. That's not how I do a somersault in this game, what am I doing? By the way, leave a comment below if you agree with me that the Blue Marine should make a comeback in a Star Fox Wii U game. I think that would be pretty sick, especially in multiplayer. But anyway, I want to wrap up this review with a recommendation and a warning. I recommend that you download this game on the Wii's Virtual Console because it's a lot of fun to play, even though your teammates need frequent rescuing. And my warning is that if you play Star Fox 64, you do run the risk of getting addicted to it. Isn't that right, Arnold? Arnold?
What?
Are you still playing the game?
I'm just doing my job.
But the review's over, so... forget it.
Venom, here we come!